Hey everyone, welcome back to Hinterland. And, well, I've run into a couple of roadblocks. I think I've got a case of the Mondays. Happy Monday, by the way. Hope you had a good Easter weekend. Hope you all had an extended Easter weekend. I know I did. It was relaxing, good to go, but we're back into the swing of things. Henrik is back from his break. Henrik, tell the folks the bad news you gave me.
Hi.
Right. Yep.
Hi.
And tell them about the issue with the Gavail Baylor.
Hi.
All right. In case you all didn't get that, I made a couple of poor decisions. Not Henrik's fault, all my fault. So here's the deal. We are going for, and I don't know, I always forget this. Because I think in real life, you can probably do this, but um, we want grass bales, not silage bales. And I was so looking forward to getting a loaner of this bad boy here. But guess what? It's got a wrapper, and you're going to get silage from it, and you can't turn the wrapper off in the game. I'm still waiting for a mod out there, hopefully, that will come out that will allow you to disable wrapping. But at this point, that's not available. So much for getting a Gavail loaner. We could just get the round baler loaner, but not really a point in doing that. We're going to wait till we maybe do some silage or need some silage, and maybe we'll get the Gavail then. Then Henrik kindly pointed out, well, I did order some silage additive in preparation for this. We're not going to use it. Well, we might end up using it a little bit now, but tell him the other thing about the land.
Hi.
Yeah, and what did the company or the what do you call them, the whoever.
Hi.
Yeah, I'm losing my train of thought now. I'm so confused. So here's the deal. I was told by the authorities, as so well put, that when you, here on Hinterland, this is what we own, right? Now, we have first rights to all of this other land here. However, we cannot plow, we cannot do things on that land until we buy it. Well, I did a bunch of mowing here in our last episode on plot 23, and I was allowed to mow. However, I'm not allowed to pick the grass up that I mowed. It was governments. So, Henrik, are you part of that government conspiracy thing?
Hi.
All right, I believe you. So we are basically going to have to. Well, we're going to have to buy that land. I mean, there's not really any options. I mean, we kind of have to buy the land. Now, we can. I mean, we can mow on land that we own. We've got some grasslands over here, and bits and pieces throughout that we can always mow. But what's the point? We might as well. Basically, we're going to purchase that plot. So I filled out the paperwork. All that's left is writing a check, and we'll own pretty much that entire plot, or that entire area that I mowed is pretty much the plot we need to buy. So let's go and prepare for that, I guess. Let's see here. So we're going to bale as normal. We're just going to make some really the largest grass bales we can make. We could do, well, what we're going to do? Actually, you know what we'll do first? We'll pick up our forage wagon. And the point of this really is to get our sheep. Where you going, Brad? Really? You're just going to do that? Well, I guess it worked. The point of this whole thing was to really to get our sheep some grass, and they're grazing right now, which is good. So they are getting some food. But what we want to do is kind of load them up a little bit, so we don't have to worry about them for a little while. So if we were to go over to that land right now where I mowed and try and pick up grass, we're just going to get the old, you don't have access to this land message. How do I know that? Because that's the way the game, that's the way the game works. It allowed me to mow, but it won't allow me to pick up grass. I probably should have known that. I've seen that before. So I should have known. I just wasn't thinking. I just wasn't thinking it through. Better plans. I don't know what the saying is. Better plans, something, something. I don't know. All right, let's at least take advantage. I went ahead. I had ordered the silage additive, and it can't be returned. So we're just gonna fill our forage wagon up here with some silage additive. Yeah, this has been a painful experience that I pretty much brought on to myself. I should have known. Yeah, I should have known better. But we were probably we were going to end up buying this land regardless. I kind of wasn't really planning on buying it straight away. But you know what? We're going to roll with the punches. We're going to make hay while the sun shines. We're going to make lemonade out of lemons. Name your name your saying, I guess. The thing is, maybe this will work out okay because we're going to buy this land, and what we can do is, oddly enough, I pretty much mowed the entire plot here. I pretty much mowed this plot, which I like to do anyways before we plow. It did kind of go into an adjoining plot somewhere here or something on a couple of the longer runs, but that's no biggie. So we're gonna have to buy this. Here, I'll show you this real quick here, what's going on. So you know the drill. You don't need me to show you this, but I'm gonna anyways, just so you know. So I'm tooling along here, because I'm prepping, by the way. Yeah, there you go. You don't have access to this land. So we got 556 liters of grass right there. I was preparing for the video, is what I was doing, and I was going to have the Gavale baler thingy set up, and I was going to, be hard at work, and I was going to get a head start on it, and ran into this roadblock. And then it dawned on me, wait a minute, the Gavale's not going to make grass bales, it's going to make silage bales. So one thing led to another, and I just went, yeah, screw this. So, farmland, buy, yes. And it just so happens, like I said, that this land right here, I pretty much, somehow or other, I think because I kind of, wait, did I just buy the wrong property? Oh, so I am in a little bit of a, okay. Man, that would have been a double whammy. We should be running into property that we can. Why are we still not? Do we own this land? Why are we still being told we don't have access? We should have access to this. Not right there, huh? Huh. So maybe we'd have to buy that too? That's weird. That's not right. I don't think that's right. That doesn't seem right to me. Seems like we got a little bit of a weirdness thing going on there. Let's try something here real quick. If I approach it this way, will I have better luck? No. But we own, I must be right, look at that, right on the border, just over enough to where, yeah. Well, that's a bummer. What about here? I should have access to this here. Is it a matter of... I don't get it. I'm not sure why we don't have access to... Because that clearly looks like it's... It clearly looks like it's land that we own. Interesting. Well, we'll find out, because my train of thought I got a little off on, but my thought is that since we're going to buy, or since we own this land now, we might as well extend this field out that way. So I think that's what we're going to do. After we collect all of our grass, we're going to do a field extension. We might as well. We've got time to do it. I wasn't really planning on seeding this field until spring and some other crops become available. So we've got time to do it. We've got time to plow. We've got time to prep the field. This area here doesn't seem quite as rough as that field was in certain places. So may not have to do any smoothing. What a painful experience this has been for me. I like that though. I'm not into pain, but I am into, speed bumps along the way. You know, you learn from them, you deal with them. Makes it more interesting. If everything just went well all the time, and some things that would be nice. I would like things to go perfectly fine, for instance, when I'm flying. If I am on an airplane, flying somewhere, I want things to go splendid. I don't want any, oh, well, that was unanticipated. Or, oh, we're probably going to have to deal with that before we land. That's not good. In games, yeah, there's just no life risk thing going on there. I like to keep all my body parts and things maintained as best I can. Yeah. And speaking of pain, let's have a little talk about pain. So, here, sheep. Look at them all. Look at them all. They know it's coming. Wow, they're lined up. That's impressive. Actually, there shouldn't even be any food in their trough. They should be grazing, but they must have seen me coming with the load. Hey, girls. Guess what Daddy has for you? That's right. Be thankful, because it's really been kind of an experience here. So, speaking of pain, I was having a chat with somebody at work Thursday, and they were commenting about, I don't know how, we were just talking about painful experiences, you know how conversations go. And we were both sharing stories about our most painful experiences that we've had. He had a couple good ones, but I'm going to tell you something. And this may not be completely fair. Take it. Take the grass. Oh, am I empty? Oh, for some reason I thought I still had some. Oh, I'm looking at the silage additive. Okay. Oh, Brad. Talk about trying to talk and work at the same time. Probably not the best of ideas. But he's telling me, he had a couple good ones. He had a broken leg one time. I have to imagine that would hurt a lot. I've never broken my leg. In fact, the only bone in my body I've ever broken was the bone on my right hand, along the right side of my right hand, the pinky. I didn't break my pinky, but I broke the bone that's, you know, connecting the pinky to your wrist kind of thing. I mean, that hurt. It was painful, no doubt. It wasn't excruciating, but it hurt. It was like a how, and I kind of got a little sick to my stomach over it. And I've had some other things, here and there, some painful things, typical kind of hospital doctor things and whatnot. But I will tell you that nothing even comes close to the pain experienced by a kidney stone. If you have had a kidney stone, you are shaking your head right now going, preach, man, preach. Because you know that's right. Kidney stones are next level agony. They're life altering. At least they were for me. I've had 2 of them. Actually, technically, I've had 3 of them. There were 2 at one time, and then 1 later. And I will tell you that there is absolutely nothing that has ever happened in my life that even can come close to the agony of a kidney stone. It is life altering, it's life changing. It will make the strongest person it will bring them to their knees, more likely into a fetal position of agony. At first I thought it was like a pulled muscle, or yeah, pretty much I thought it was a pulled muscle, like a strained muscle deep in my back. And yeah, it just went downhill from this kind of is uncomfortable and kind of sore, and it's starting to bother me, to, okay, now I'm laying on the ground. Now I'm laying on the ground in full agony with my cell phone, considering calling 911. Come on, Klaus, get some. I know this is a bit of a hill for you, but you can do better than that. Are you going to start picking some grass up here pretty soon? There you go. I still am not quite sure about this boundary. This does not look right to me, but anyways. And I soon found myself just laying on the ground, fetal position, in so much pain that you don't really even, like, you don't. Where am I going? I need to pay attention to what I'm doing. Where does this get us? What if we go through here? Was this a bad idea? Am I going to go into some marshlands over here or something? I feel like I'm not. I feel like I took the long way or something here. I am I am lost. Let's see something there. Where am I? Oh, geez, how did I get way up there? Wow, did I mess that up? Okay, well, I'll have to start thinking before I do that again. Start looking where I'm going. So, you're in so much agony and so much pain that it's not even a deal where you're like, I don't even think you're thinking straight. And you're trying so hard to find a position or any kind of relief from it. You know, on your back with your legs in the air, you're hoping gravity will help maybe keep the stone from moving or something. I don't know. It doesn't matter. You could have offered me anything at that point, and I would have been open to it. You know, here, Brad. Here's a gallon of bleach. Drink that. It's supposed to be really, really good for dissolving kidney stones. I probably would have hit it. You know. So yeah, if I am sorry if you've ever had kidney stones. I always feel for anybody who says that they've had them, they know the experience. It's it is horrific, and it's life altering because I remembered this is looking pretty good. It's looking pretty good. I remember afterwards when the pain subsided a bit. I don't remember how I figured out they were kidney stones. I honestly, it's pretty hazy. Um, I think I just somehow made it through the initial agony. And I think I either Googled and then called a doctor or something. I think that's what I did. I think I called my family doctor and found out that they were most likely kidney stones. Yeah, I think that's what I did because I got a, then I got forwarded on to a urologist, right? Then I found out that the stones, excuse me, were still, you know, still up there, and they probably weren't going to come out on their own. So that led to a whole surgery thing, which we won't get into. Let's just say it didn't matter to me because I just didn't want to go through that experience again. So it all turned out fine. Excuse me. They were able to go up, and I think they broke up the stones and yanked them, is what ended up happening. There were two of them. There was a larger one and then a pretty small one. But after that experience, I couldn't get my mind off of that. Because I asked my urologist, the obvious question, which is, so is that it for me? Like, do people just get this to have to go through this once and then never again? Or is it likely I'm going to be doing this over again? Like, how many children am I going to have to give birth to through my kidneys? And of course, he broke the bad news to me, which was, hey, well, you're unfortunately your diet, DNA, whatever, you are now a kidney stone person. And I tell you, I remember walking out of that office thinking, okay, so the timer is set. That's all there is to it. There's a timer going for the next one. That's what I have to look forward to. Goody goody. Um, I'm going to have to do this again at some point in my life. Is it going to be a year? Is it going to be 2 years? What's it going to be? And I guess they offer I guess there's some tests that they can run to tell you some dietary changes you can make, or kind of tell you, because I guess there's different kinds of stones. There's a couple different, I don't know how many different kinds. I think there's like 2 or 3 different kinds of stones or something. And they can tell you, if you eat more of this or eat less of this, it decreases your chance of having to deal with this. And I didn't do that. I should have. I didn't. And about a year and a half, 2 years went by. And yeah, started feeling that twinge again. That time around, though, it wasn't as bad. It was still bad, but it wasn't. I didn't remember it being as severe. And I didn't have to have surgery for this one. It must have been a very small one. What's amazing to me, excuse me, is how absolutely tiny these things can be. And yet the pain that they bring at that small a size. Like we're talking about tiny, like grains of sand size, maybe even a little bigger, that'll just destroy you, you know? And I've heard things like, oh yeah, very similar to, or possibly even more painful than childbirth. I don't know. I don't know how that's all. I think that's just people trying to compare notes. I don't think there's been any scientific study done behind the comparison of childbirth to kidney stones. Uh, but I, but clearly, if childbirth is that, if it's more than that, I I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say about to women. I, I mean, wow, just wow. You know, hats off. Whatever. It's respect beyond the ages. Even if it's the same, it's still like, yeah, wow, Whoa, Brad, stop, 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 stop. There you go. You got to lower that pickup header. And you kind of have to line up on the windrow. That would be kind of helpful. I don't know if we have access to this right here. We should have some. I'm a little confused about how this field alignment, I'm going to bring that up again. I'm a little confused about how this field alignment is going. I'm just going to assume, I just don't know how we got to plow. I don't know how this is working. There seems to be a clear definition, as you can see. And yeah, okay, we're clearly not in the field that we, okay, it just must be, yeah, it's just that way. That's all right. I don't think we're gonna, man, I'm gonna want to take out a loan and buy this other field right there. Because here's the thing, if we're gonna extend this field, I really want to extend it here. I really don't want to have to extend it, you know what I'm saying? From here. I don't like that. So we're not going to have a choice. We're going to have to buy, we're going to have to buy this right there. And since I've been on a spending spree, we're going to have to take a loan out to do that, which I guess is okay. Actually, you know what? Do we have, maybe, yeah, we'll take a loan out. I was going to say, we do have a bunch of silage that's fermenting we could sell. Maybe we'll take a look at selling a couple things. I don't know, but we'll be okay. So yeah, you know the drill. I'm gonna keep working on this grass, these grasslands, I think, and try and get some more of this done. Probably gonna go ahead and purchase this other land right here. It just doesn't make sense, kind of not to, I don't think. So we can actually extend our field, maybe up through here, or at least kind of, so it's not just a, but like kind of this number, you know. We'll see how that goes. So yeah, thanks everyone for watching. I feel like it was kind of an odd episode, but We learn as we go, right? Roll with the punches. Roll with the changes, as REO Speedwagon would say. Leave a like if you enjoyed it. I'd appreciate that. And subscribe as always if you want to. I will be back Tuesday, hopefully with a little bit smoother and better implemented game plan. And we'll go from there. Have an awesome Monday, everyone. I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.